Hi, today we're doing coffee cake. We did this several months ago and I didn't get enough views on it, so we're going to redo it and present it a little bit differently. Coffee cake comes in handy when women want to get together and have coffee together at each other's homes, ladies' fellowship at the church, or even Tupperware parties. It comes in handy. So I'm going to put in 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose sifted flour. The flour has to be sifted. We want the cake to be light and fluffy. Okay, now what I want to add in now is baking powder. I'm going to add in 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. No, excuse me. This was a mistake I made last time. I want to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So that cake really can rise up good. 2. There we go. 2. And 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Here we go. Why did I put that back on there? That was silly of me. Okay. The next thing I want to add in is 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. A lot of women have Tupperware parties, and this is when this cake really is wonderful. Or just with a cup of coffee. There we go. Okay, let me put this here. Now what I want to do is I want to whisk this together. Okay, very simple cake to make, honestly. I want to add in 1/2 cups of milk. I want to add in 1 fresh farm egg. There we go. And I want to add in a teaspoon of vanilla. Vanilla always gives a coffee cake a really... This is the second time I've done this, folks. Oh dear. And this is why we run out of vanilla. Alright. Misty, the last time you were around, the vanilla spilled. What is it with you, Misty? Misty's a little bit under the weather today. Okay, let me just get a towel and mop this up real fast before it gets on the floor and Miss Nolly decides to have fun licking it. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to also put in 1/3 cup of unsalted butter. This is really good in a coffee cake. And I want to mix it up with the Mix Master. Okay, now look at the batter. Sorry, camera lady. This is the batter. Nice and smooth and thick. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it into a greased cake pan. Yeah, you girls are going to like this very much. You can take this cake to a ladies' fellowship. You can take it to a Tupperware party. And just coffee together. When you have a night of coffee. You know, women get together and have coffee sometimes. Comes in handy with a good hot cup of coffee. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but some people love coffee black, with milk, with a little cream in it. I'm going to spread this. And you often ask yourself, well, why didn't something get viewed? Well, you have to go back and see, well, what did I do wrong, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes there's really no reason for it. It just, maybe at that time it wasn't presented right. Who knows? Okay. Okay, put a little bit more because I'm not done yet. We got to put the topping. Okay. This is a really great cake. Oh, I love it. I call it everyday coffee cake. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to make my cinnamon topping. Let's get rid of this vanilla before we have another accident. That would be terrible. And unplug this. Now the next thing I want to do is wash this spoon because it's got vanilla on it and I don't want to put it into my cinnamon or sugar. Very careful when you put something in something, you have to wash it. Alright. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add in 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. This is going to be the topping. Okay, there goes the oven. I also want to add in a teaspoon of sugar and mix it together. You can use cinnamon sugar, but this seems to be a lot better. Okay, now what I want to do now is I want to mix this together. I want to put this on the top of the cake. There we go. Cinnamon sugar is very good, but not on a cake like this. It's really got to be ground cinnamon. That may have been... There we go. Here we go. I'll try to get this baby to move. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the oven and cook it for about 15 minutes till the knife comes out clean. And here we have homemade coffee cake. It's very delicate. As you can see, it's just going to fall apart as I cut it. It's kind of warm right now, but this is one coffee cake tastes so good. Oh, it's falling apart, but it's so yummy. Oh, it's homemade, made with cinnamon and sugar. You mix the cinnamon and sugar together, and you could serve it at a coffee time with your friends, a Tupperware party, and a good old-fashioned ladies' fellowship. From WH Home Country Kitchen, have a great day, and please subscribe to my show.